a lot of counters on all our creatures. So we still have 3 mana to work with. Play this. Now we'll play this. Everyone gets buffed up. What's going on, YouTube? Achilles here, and today, with the new avatar set out, I put together a Ban Allies deck because in this set, a whole bunch of ally cards released, and the card that inspired it all was Earth King's Lieutenant. This card just does it all for the deck. And this card says, when this creature enters, put a 1/1 counter on each other ally creature you control. Whenever another ally you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. So this inspires me to build a deck where we could play a whole bunch of creatures, and depending on how many allies we have on the board, we'll give them all a buff, and then we swing with them and hopefully win quickly. So there's a lot of different cards in here that not only could give us some draw power, but we can also ramp up with too. We could draw cards with stuff like the South Pole Voyager, as well as Sokka, Lateral Strategist, and we could ramp up with Great Divide Guide, which is really good because if we happen to have this out, and if we happen to be going wide with our creatures, then we could use our creatures as well to produce mana. So, depending on how many creatures we have in our hand, we could just play almost everything. And allies even got their own instant removal spell in Allies at Last, which has affinity for allies, and this card says up to 2 target creatures you control each deal damage equal to their power to target creature an opponent controls. So, if our opponent's creatures are really strong, we could choose up to 2 of our creatures to do damage to it, so we could guarantee we get rid of whatever crazy big threat they have on the board. Another really powerful card in here is Katara the Fearless, which lets you trigger your ally abilities an additional time. Specifically, we want to trigger the Earth King Lieutenant's ability once again, so we could just put extra counters, and it's just a good 3-drop, which is an ally, so it just goes hand in hand with the rest of the deck. And we could also make our allies stronger with White Lotus reinforcements. So the more creatures we bring on the board, the more powerful we become. So let's get right into this list. We got 4 Earth Kingdom Protectors, 2 Seam Rip, 4 Invasion Reinforcements, 4 South Pole Voyager, 4 Great Divide Guide, 4 Earth King's Lieutenant, 1 Earth Kingdom Jailer, 4 Allies at Last, 1 Sokka Lateral Strategist, 4 White Lotus Reinforcements, 4 Katara the Fearless, 1 Hakoda Selfless Commander, and for lands we got 1 Plain, 1 Forest, 1 Hushwood Verge, 4 Botanical Sanctum, 4 Breeding Pool, 4 Jasmine Dragon Tea Shop, 4 Multiversal Passage, and 4 Starting Town. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. I'm on the road to 2,000 subscribers, so every bit will help. If you're new here, just know I have new videos coming out every day, and if you want to become a member, you could get early access to videos. Let's get right into these games. We get to go first. Not too bad. Maybe 1 more land than I really want, but either way, it's not too bad of a start for us. There's not that many good 1-drop allies, except for the one that we're playing in here, the Earth Kingdom Protectors. Yeah, there's this 1 green one, which has power equal to the amount of colors between allies we control, but I don't think that one is that good. Maybe in a different deck, but not this one. Alright, so let's see. We just want to ramp up, so that's what we're going to do with our Great Divide Guide. If they can't get rid of it, it's better for us. They're going to pump up the Dragon Sniper, which is going to be a big threat. And it's Vigilance too, so we got to watch out for that guy. So now we're going to go for a South Pole Voyager. And how about we go for another one? Can't go wrong with draw power, especially when you draw into an Earth King's Lieutenant. Interesting. So we're going to try to take advantage of all our cards. Now we're going to play this. Let's put some pressure on the opponent. So ideally, if we could find another Earth King's Lieutenant, then we just go super over the top at that point. Plus, what's good about the South Pole Voyager is it gains us life on top of drawing us cards, so even if they're playing an aggro deck, we don't have to block at all. And they're in trouble, pretty much. Because we just make them not even want to attack, and would you look at that, guys? We got another one. Now we're going to use this. Pay the ward cost. You can also seam rip something, but either way, I think we're good. Just swing with everyone. Even if they block our strongest creatures, we win. Opponent's going first. Not too bad. Kind of wish I didn't have 2 Kataras in our opening hand, but we definitely always want to see it, regardless. So either way. Go for the guide so we could ramp up a little bit. You're going super wide right now. And this is really nice because we could use this at instant speed. So if they decide to play an Ajani's Pridemate, Essence Channeler, we could just get rid of it immediately before, of course, it could get really strong. That's fine, I guess. Let's see how they swing. I think we're just going to end up using the allies at last on the Halia. Interesting. Okay, so we are going to target both our creatures, then we'll target the Halia, and then get rid of it. So if we go for Katara, we'll be able to draw 2 cards off the Sokka, which will be nice. That's exactly what we're going to do. Who doesn't like drawing cards? We have to attack with 1 creature to trigger it, of course, so that is what we're going to do. Attack of the Halias. Uh-oh. Get rid of Katara. Little do they know we got another one. That's actually really good. We could get our Katara back. That might be the move. Yeah, let's get it back. So now we're gonna draw 2 more cards. And let's go for a White Lotus Reinforcements. Can't go wrong with Vigilance, just makes everything better. Now they're going to have a really strong Ajani's Pride mate we got to deal with. But if we could just keep building up our board, then it should be okay. Hopefully, of course. Oh man, we could just get rid of it now. They're not going to like this, guys. So we're going to swing, see how they block it. They're just going to let it all resolve, that's fine. So, okay, we're going to go for this. We're just going to end it with the Earth King's Lieutenant so we could get a lot of, whatchamacallit, a lot of counters on all our creatures. So we still have 3 mana to work with. Play this. Now we'll play this. Everyone gets buffed up. Play this tapped. And now let's see what they got. I love this deck. It's so cool. They just swing out with everyone. They have nothing to lose. We get to go first. Pretty good hand, too. We always want to try to go for the Great Divide Guide, if possible. As we draw another one. We're going to go super wide this game if they can't interact with our board. But of course they're going to implement their own game plan for, you know, going to base the past and all that, so let's see what they got. Let's see. Let's go for the Voyager. I want to end it on the Earth King's Lieutenant once we have a whole bunch of creatures on the board, and then we'll get the most value out of it. And maybe I'll use the allies at last on the next turn. There's no rush. I feel like implementing our own game plan is more important. Of course, they got to do their own crazy plays, but I'm not really worried about a Sephiroth right now. Especially when we're going to end up using the allies at last on it now. Or should I say, on this turn coming up. So we got 6 mana to work with. And we could potentially draw a land off the South Pole Voyagers. So we have 4 mana left to work with. Kind of want to go for the Earth King's Lieutenant now. But maybe we could wait one more turn. I just definitely want to get rid of that Sephiroth at the same time. Okay, this is what we're going to do, guys. We could use allies at last and instant speed. And for whatever reason, if we don't want to use it, we could flash this in. And then we'll get the triggers off the South Pole Voyagers as well. Now we'll just get rid of it. So now this is the beginning of the end for the opponent, where we use the Seam Rip, get rid of the Zealot. We're just going to set up for a crazy board right now. Absolutely insane. So even if they had raised the pass, it's not going to make much of a difference right now. And we get it. We get to go first, and I'm not a big fan of our hand because we don't have any white sources, but if the Great Divide guy can stick on the board, then we'll be able to produce some white mana sources. That's a big if, though. Oh, well now we can. So that's pretty convenient. We'll still go for it. It's going to enter tapped because of Authority of the Consuls. And if everything works out in our favor, they're going to probably gain a lot of life off this card, but either way, we still got to implement our own game plan to win. You could also say we should go Seam Rip on Authority, but let's see how the game plays out. We don't even know what they're playing yet. Well, now we know what they're playing. So let's see. What is the move? We have 4 mana. Let's get rid of Authority. And we'll also go for Katara, which will cause double triggers on the South Pole Voyager, so we can't go wrong with that. We got 5 mana to work with now. This is actually perfect. We could get rid of the synthesizer. Get rid of it twice. Play this tapped. And we're gonna swing for a lot of damage next turn, unless they go Pinnacle Star Cage, oh no. But it's fine, we still have a lot of stuff on the board that they gotta deal with. We're going to potentially set up for game for next turn. And we do that by swinging for 8. We still have a really wide board, and then we go for the Earth King's Lieutenant, which will trigger twice if Katara stays on the board. And this only gives Indestructible, which is fortunate. What are they getting rid of? Well, that might be the biggest mistake they're going to make this game, because although they definitely want to have their synthesizer to do all their crazy plays, they don't realize that Katara is going to be their downfall. We'll play this too, just so we could get it pumped up by Earth King's Lieutenant as well. And now we swing with everyone. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Tell me what you think of the deck in the comments section down below. Please like the video and subscribe if you have not already. And if you're new here, just know I have new videos coming out every day. I hope everyone has a great day. Take care.